Okay, my name is Latif. I stay in Singapore. Okay, I'm a Muslim. I'm a convert.
Yeah, you can just look at
You
me.
can look at him.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't bother about the camera.
I'm a convert. Okay, for 8 or 9 years.
I'm Rosnah. I'm born a Muslim. I'm a born Muslim. My parents are Muslim, so naturally I'm a Muslim.
And you've both lived in Singapore your whole life or elsewhere?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
life in Singapore.
Okay. So I'm wondering if you can tell me what is your concept of God? What does God mean to you? And
Okay, for me, initial when before I'm a convert, basically I just follow what my mom said. God means to pray to the gods, I pray. You mean to burn all this. Basically, I just follow. And I did not have any connection or contact with Muslims. Even Singapore is multiracial and religious. But after I met my wife, then I realized there's this religion called Muslim. Islam. Then from there, initial, if you ask me why I convert to Muslim, is it because of God? If I say yes, that means I'm lying to myself. I convert because I married my wife. Okay, but the later stage, because she brings me to religion class, then I get to know what is God. And God is actually very powerful when you are very lonely. You need someone to speak to. I think He's the one who speaks to you. Maybe it's not a direct or human direct, is it? It might be in a different way, is it? And He will reward you in also a different ways. You might not see immediately, but maybe some other times or some other form. This is what I look at God.
I just think God is just somebody who create you, who create human beings. Everybody knows that. But of course, as I grew up and I attend more religion classes, then my belief in God is stronger. I believe that God is. Sometimes when you really feel that, as my husband said, sometimes when you really feel that nobody can really help you. So when I pray or when I talk to God, I feel that somebody is watching me, somebody is protecting me in a spiritual way, or sometimes I just believe that God is there. God is there for us. Allah is there. He will always protect you if you really believe in Him, and He will answer your prayer. Of course, if you don't really believe in God and you just feel, of course, I believe that He also won't be there to protect you. But if you really believe that He's there, you believe that He will protect you, and He is there.
tell me about a time in your life, each of you. Tell me about the first time in your life you remember that you had to rely upon God and nobody else.
It's not something significant so far, but
Yes.
there's no significant events where
We need.
you feel that, but somehow or other, I always feel that He's there. But if you're asking about significant event, I can't think of any.
For me, maybe significant is that the God had created our lives is quite peaceful. Okay, maybe because of that we don't really need that.
Maybe we haven't
That's
come.
the big event,
Yes.
the non-event.
We haven't come to a state where.
I have to say that my marriage life is considered peaceful. And it's, of course, there's an uphill,
sometimes
but it's
we
still
do have
considered
problems,
yeah.
but somehow or
It's
other
still-
it just solved by itself. It's like naturally it just solved lah,
Maybe He is behind us because we don't know. Because the God is behind us to smoothen the things which we don't know at all, is it? But so far we don't have the significant events to say that He's around us.
You said that you became Muslim when you met,
Yeah.
and or when you married. Tell me about your experiences of coming to know God since you became a Muslim. Like, are there moments in time where you recall, this is really a part of me now?
So firstly, before I'm a Muslim, of course I have friends to go out late night, to have happy time, to drinks. Okay, I mean, to me, most of the religions were taught not to drink, not to gamble. Okay, regardless of other religions, but there are people who feel that even their religions taught that, but they still practice drinking, gambling, even Muslim. But when I look at it, when Muslims practice these two things, people criticize them. You see? Basically because I don't know why, because maybe they're colors. So when I was inside, I feel a bit strange. You see? Why other religions practice these two things? Nobody say anything, but when Muslim people do it, it seems like it's wrong. You see? But because my brother is a Christian, he's a pastor. So my family is a bit white in religion. So I find that my brother don't practice drinking. I asked my brother why others people practice. He said it's all intelligence. So I believe that when it comes to Muslim, okay, to know Muslim, to know the religions of Islam, and there's a lot of things that is actually similar with other religions, but it's just that their rule and regulations is more how to say strict. That's all I find. And if you don't follow what they're doing, basically other religions will criticize that. This is what I get.
So once you converted though, have there been any experiences or moments along the way where you realized, I'm really a Muslim now?
Beginning when I understand he ever tell me, beginning when he attend religion classes, he don't believe in Islam.
Yes.
I mean he find it for the 3 months basic religion classes, he was still not convinced to convert. So I tell him frankly, I say if you are not convinced, you don't convert. So that's why I don't rush him into converting. So you did tell me when you attend there's a class when one of the ustaz tells you about in Quran something about human how
because
take the woman, that is when you say you believe in
because
Islam.
first thing that why I say I'm not convinced during the 3 months. Because in Singapore, you want to convert, you have to go through 3 months courses, and every week you go once, and every week is only 2 hours. So 3 months actually is only 24 hours. 24 hours to believe a religion, I think is impossible. Okay? So I told her I don't believe in it. So when I go to another classes, which after the 3 months I proceed to other classes. So from there are certain things that hit my mind because the Ustad asked me, okay, who create your body? See? So I say, I don't know. See, if a person who's so powerful and create a person with everything, organs, brains, which can control all your nerves, everything, it's not just minor thing. When you open up the body, it's so perfect. So from there, I really think about it. Is it
something in Quran?
No, it's really whether is it this someone's who are creating us, which are very powerful, which call Allah or God. So all these things. So from there, I really think about it. Then I go to it, and I was convinced that someone's behind us. So I convert and I married my wife. See, this is.
And you grew up with Islam, but have there been any experiences that have helped you feel this is really the place for me? This is the faith.
I think because I'm born Muslim, surrounded by Muslim friends. But of course, if I believe that even though you are born Muslim, you are surrounded by Muslim friends. But if you are not interested in deepen your knowledge about Islam, you don't go to religion classes or this, somehow or other your faith will just be, I should say, just I'm Muslim, that's it.
Yeah.
But only by attending more classes and of course asking more questions, because when you attend classes there are certain things which you are not sure or which you maybe you half-hearted believe. So when you attend more classes, that is when your belief is stronger and your faith is deeper. So I always believe that, because in Islam, in fact in Islam, that it's a must for us to attend religion classes, so as to, so you are not just a Muslim follower where people say, are you Muslim? Yes, but you know nothing about Islam. You know, I mean, you don't really, because Islam is not just about praying or whatever. Islam is about a way of life, you see. So of course, as I grow older, I attend more classes, and you know, and different classes from different ustad. Then my belief and my faith in Islam is stronger.
Is there anything you realize now about your faith or how you practice it that you wish you would have known 10 years ago or 20 years ago?
Of course, I regret that only when I'm older, then I told me that I have do a lot of sins when I was younger. So only when, I should say, only after I'm married, and because I bring him to religion classes. So of course, when young, I did attend classes, but some other, when you are young, whatever you have learned, it doesn't really goes into you. You know, it just go. But as I grow older, and of course, because he convert, so it's my duty, it's my responsibility to bring him, to make him really understand about Islam. So when I bring him to classes, at the same time I'm also learning. So that is when I should say, on my own, I also start to attend religion classes alone. So that is where, I should say, that is where it becomes stronger lah. Because I believe that if you are just a Muslim, then but you don't really learn more, then you don't really understand about your Islam. You can just say you are Muslim, but there are a lot of things that you do not know about Islam.
For me wise, there's no regrets lah. In fact, I thank God that He gave me open-minded. There are so many types of religions I went to. Because when I was young age, I went to church with my brothers. Okay, I do prayers with my mom as a Buddhist. So when I come to Islam, I can compare. But end up, it's actually they have one same goal, one objective. Okay, to educate people to be a better man. Okay, to be understanding of other religions, not simply just criticizing. That's all. So I think there's no regrets about which stage I come to Islam. Or, you see, that's my family.
How many children do you have?
For me, I have three. Is it? The eldest, and the youngest, a daughter. The other one is go for classes.
Class.
What do you teach them about religion? Like how is faith a part of your family?
Okay. Basically, of course, all of our children we send to religion classes, but of course, at the same time, at home you still have to always remind them about their duty as Muslim. As you know, because as a Muslim, you have to pray 5 times a day. But even though they go to religion classes, you know, but when they are young, they still, I should say, they still neglect all these duties lah. But so of course, as a parents, I always have to, every time I have to ask them, have you prayed? Have you prayed? So I think as a parents, you have to, even though you send them to religion classes, but if at home you just let them be. So I should say, yes, they believe in Islam. I'm sure about that. Their faith in Islam is strong, but some other they don't do their duty as a Muslim, which is a must, prayer, all this. So of course, as a parent, that is where you always have to remember. In fact, every day I always have to remind them to do their prayer 5 times a day, even though they are big enough already.
For me, I believe that rather than I have to show my example. That's all. So whatever I do, because I always believe, whichever organization or whatever, okay, whatever you do, people are watching you, and still the same. Whatever people do, you're watching the people. So we're in a small family. I think whatever I do, my son is looking at me. See? So whatever, if I do the right thing, they will follow.
But to me, for him, it's not so critical, because to me, he's a convert. So I should say, Normally people say convert, they are just, especially if you convert Islam because of marriage. So people, I should say, people don't expect so much from you, but to me, because I'm a born Muslim, so I believe. So I think to me, I'm I play the biggest role. I have to show to my kids, and I should say I'm also a role for him. I mean, because I have to show him, is it? I have to do prayer. Because if I don't do, if I should don't show example as a true Muslim, then he's a convert only. So I believe that I play the biggest role in this whole family.
Because we have to believe, that's why I say when we have to believe in God, okay? We have to believe, since we are believing in this God, then this faith will bring us to the heaven. So this is the main thing.
Because
we cannot judge at this, I mean, to say, this world, when this judgment day is come, then you will see which one you have, I mean, who are accepted by this God.
Right.
So at this moment, we must have faith and we must do whatever is told to do. You see. So when the end of the day, whether we are accepted by God or not, we have no say. You see.
Because in Islam, we are taught that you are responsible for your kids. I mean, what I learned is that at the judgment day, that you will be questioned about your when you are staying here, whether you guide your children. So what we believe is that if you don't guide your children I mean, as a Muslim, you will be punished in the judgment day. So that's why to me, my faith is important to my children also, because if I, but of course once I mean, because as a parents, it's a must for me to make sure that my children follow the
Path of
follow the
Islam.
path of Islam, because I will be judged on the judgment day, because you are the parents. Allah consider your children is your, you should say, is your responsibility. You have to be responsible for them. So if you don't teach them about Islam, you don't guide them, at the judgment day you will be punished. I mean, not for your sin, but for their. But of course, when they are adult, when they grow up, they are matured, so they will be responsible for them. So whatever I have teach them, whatever I have tell them, but for example, if once they are married, then they decide to convert to other religion. So that is when my responsibility or my thing is stopped. I won't be I should say I won't be responsible at the end of the day. But as long as now they are still, I should say, still small, still they are not mature yet. They are not. So I am responsible
I see.
for their religion.
But before you said you knew that their religion was important to them. What have your children said or done that makes you know that the faith is important to them? You know, from their point of view, how do you know that the faith is important to them? What have they said or done that you can tell that it's a part of them?
Oh, I think that is something.
We have not asked them.
Yeah, we do, but so far I did. Normally, whenever they go religion classes, sometimes I did ask that whether they do believe in whatever they have learned, and so far they don't show any, I should say, any negative thinking that I mean, I'm sure they believe in Islam at the moment lah. But of course, as I say, when they mix with other
Muslim.
religion, then I'm not sure later whether they will still. But I'm sure at the moment, and I'm quite sure that when they grow up, they will still be in Islam. I mean, from the practice.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes of course they will naturally do their five times per year, but of course I still have to remind them. It's not that I have to punish them. It's not that I have to force them to pray. Normally I will just remind them and they will do it. So I'm sure that their faith in Islam is strong at this time of point.
What's it like with you said your brother is a minister?
No, my brother is a Christian.
Oh, okay.
Pastor.
Christian.
And,
a pastor.
He's a pastor.
Yes.
And do you two ever talk about faith with each other?
Okay, basically before I converted to this
Thank you.
Muslim.
That's great.
He did told me, can I just marry her without converting? Of course, he got his point of view to believe in the Christians, but I said no. So after talking about faith, actually end up it still comes to the same thing. See? The objective is to believe someone which can help you. See? That's what I believe in faith. Then he did convince me not to convert.
He did ask you to
And
convert Christian.
No. He did ask me to convert, not to convert to Muslim, not to, and end up we have a talk. And I told him, brother, we know each other so well. You are so stubborn type person. So you decide what you want to do, you decide. And what I decide, I will do what I want. But so I say, end of the day, we are still brothers because we share the same blood. No doubt we are in different religions. And I think now he accepts us. Correct.
Yeah, he started
So accepted, he
to
understand.
invite us like for Christmas function or this. He still invite us. Yeah.
To me, attending Christmas, this sort of thing is nothing. It's more important that what you're doing, you are know what you're doing, you see. Because certain teaching, I ever went to one class, one of the teachers, he said, you can't even say Merry Christmas to someone if you are a Muslim. And you cannot say Happy New Year, Chinese New Year to a Chinese. I said that's wrong. Actually, in any religions, you are sharing happiness, regardless of what festival is it. As long as you say Happy New Year or Good Morning, whatever, it's just a gesture, that's all. But the teacher will restrict us that which make the class not happy at that moment. So but anyway, that's over already. But I know what I'm doing. I think I'm grateful to marry her and have a peaceful life at this moment. Because as I told you, there's no much things that have hurt us badly, is it? The impact is not there yet, maybe. I don't know. Ahead of that, will it come again? Then maybe it will be a great test for us. But at the moment now, I'm happy with it. I'm really happy.
And what are you grateful for?
I think I'm just grateful that I'm born a Muslim, and and all of my friends are, I should say, is into religion. So I mean, and I should say I'm grateful that I'm born a Muslim. My friends are all into Islam, and then I myself personally, I should say, go to more classes so that I understand more about Islam, and I'm grateful that my faith in Islam is still strong. My greatest wish to be a better Muslim, to be a more responsible Muslim, to my children, to my family, and I mean to myself lah. I just wish that, because to me I'm still not a perfect and a good Muslim. I still believe that I'm not that good Muslim, I should say. So I just wish that I'll be more religious, and because of course I believe that until now I still do a lot of sins for this. So I just wish to be a very, very good Muslim. That's all.
For me, basically, I hope that when the judgment day come, I can be accepted by Allah.
Actually, I just wish that every religion can just live peacefully, harmony, regardless of your religion. Because I find that now a lot of, especially about Islam, there's been a lot of, I should say, bad
Image
about Islam lah. So I thought I just hope that people will really understand about Islam. It's not as what they painted to be. So I just hope that everybody can really understand Islam and accept Islam. And everybody can just live peacefully and harmony, regardless of, even though you don't believe in Islam. But I just hope you don't you don't create that judgment about Islam, because if you don't really know, then you shouldn't make judgment. So I just wish that everybody just, I should say, respect each other's religion and live peacefully.
For me, basically, try to not to criticize any religions, which you will not know about it. Isn't it? So if it's good that you know or you go and find it out before you jump to conclusions. I think that's the most important. If that's everybody do it, I think we are in a peaceful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.